You won't believe what just went down behind the scenes in hip-hop history. When 50 Cent found out that Eminem and Proof were loyal beyond the music, the reaction? Absolutely explosive. Fans are still in shock, and the internet is going wild with rumors and reactions that no one saw coming. Imagine a night filled with tension, whispers, and secrets finally coming to light. Emotions ran high, alliances were questioned, and the family was left divided. 50 Cent, known for keeping his poker face, reportedly couldn't hide his disbelief. And what happened next changed everything fans thought they knew about loyalty in the rap game. Sources say words were exchanged, voices were raised, and what started as a private conversation quickly turned into a dramatic showdown. Friends, collaborators, and even rivals were left stunned as the truth about Eminem and Proof's unwavering loyalty came spilling out. Some say there were tears, some say there was laughter. But one thing is clear. This revelation shook the very foundation of hip-hop brotherhood. By the end of this story, you'll see why fans are calling it the most shocking moment in rap history. The drama, the tension, and the unexpected twists are all here. And it all started the moment 50 Cent realized just how far loyalty can go when it's beyond the stage, beyond the fame, and beyond the music itself. It all started on a late night in Los Angeles. The kind of night where the city never truly sleeps, but secrets somehow find their way into the open. 50 Cent, known for his street-smart instincts and sharp eye for loyalty, had been hearing whispers from multiple sources. Rumors about Eminem and Proof, two men he trusted and respected, were flying around the industry, but none of them made sense. People were saying they were too loyal beyond reason, and 50 Cent, being the man who built his empire on knowing who was truly real, couldn't ignore it. The call came from one of his closest associates, a guy who had been with him through thick and thin. "Yo, Fif," the voice whispered, a hint of panic in it. "You need to see this for yourself. It ain't just talk. Eminem and Proof, they're riding for each other like nothing else matters. This changes everything." 50 Cent paused, leaning back in his chair, letting the words sink in. His mind raced. Loyalty was one thing, but what could possibly make these two men's bond so unshakable that even the entire rap game couldn't break it? He remembered the days when trust was currency in their circle, when one betrayal could collapse empires overnight. Could Eminem and Proof really be that loyal? And if so, to what end? By morning, 50 was already on his private jet, heading to Detroit, determined to confront the situation head-on. Emotions ran high and rumors started swirling online. Fans were tweeting and posting, "Did Proof really do that for M? 50 Cent is shook. This is bigger than we imagined." Social media was erupting, and 50, always a master of the game, knew he had to control the narrative before someone else spun it. When he arrived, the atmosphere was thick with tension. Eminem was in the studio, headphones on, seemingly lost in his music, but his eyes betrayed something deeper. Proof sat across the room, a silent figure whose presence alone commanded respect. The room felt electric, as if everyone knew that this meeting wasn't just business. It was a revelation. 50 Cent didn't waste a second. "All right, boys," he said, leaning against the doorway. "I've been hearing things, and I need to know what the hell is going on." His tone was calm, but there was an edge, like a storm about to break. Eminem looked up, raising an eyebrow. "What's up, Fif?" he said casually, but the subtle tension in his voice didn't go unnoticed. Proof shifted slightly, his eyes narrowing, a quiet intensity radiating off him. 50 could feel the energy in the room changing, thickening. "You two? Loyal, huh?" 50 Cent asked, not as a question, but as a challenge. He leaned in, folding his arms. "I'm hearing stories. Stories that even I can't ignore. M, you've been sticking by Proof through things no one else would. And Proof, you've been covering M in ways that make no sense unless loyalty runs deeper than music." There was a pause, heavy enough that you could feel the weight of unspoken history between them. Then Proof spoke, his voice low and deliberate. "Fif, you know us. Loyalty ain't just about the industry. It's about respect, about knowing who's real. And we've always had each other's back. Always." Eminem nodded, the first hint of a smile tugging at his lips. "It's been that way since day one. Ain't nothing gonna change it." 50 Cent took a step back, the revelation hitting him like a freight train. He had seen loyalty before, sure, but nothing like this. Fans online were exploding in reactions. Comments like, 50 Cent shook, and Eminem and Proof are ride or die legends were trending in minutes. Even some of 50's closest friends started messaging him. "You good, Fif?" They knew this wasn't just a story. It was a seismic shift in the perception of loyalty in hip-hop. But the real shock wasn't just the words. It was what Proof revealed next. "Fif, you ever wonder why M's always managed to come out on top, even when the odds are stacked against him?" he said, leaning forward, voice intense. "It's because we cover each other, no matter what. You see the fame, the awards, the drama, but you don't see the nights we've spent making sure one another stays alive, stays grounded, stays real." 50 Cent's jaw tightened. This was bigger than he thought. "Wait, nights? What are you talking about?" he asked, a flicker of alarm in his eyes. M looked down, then up, eyes serious. "Fif, you ever hear the stories? Detroit streets? Real dangers? Proof's been there for me when nobody else was. And I've done the same for him. Music is just the surface. Loyalty, real loyalty, runs way deeper than rap. And with that, the first twist in the story hit. Because what neither 50 Cent nor the fans realized was that this loyalty had consequences. Ripple effects that could shake relationships, challenge trust, and even put lives in danger. The tension in the studio was palpable. Cent, who was used to being the one in control, realized he was standing on unfamiliar ground, and somewhere behind closed doors, the drama that no one was ready for was beginning to unfold. The tension in the studio was thick enough to cut with a knife. 50 Cent paced back and forth, the weight of what he had just learned pressing on him like a ton of bricks. The loyalty between Eminem and Proof wasn't just surface level. It was a code, a bond forged in fire and blood. And the more he thought about it, the more he realized that there was a whole story he had never been told. "All right, let's get real," 50 said, stopping abruptly and pointing at both men. "I need to know everything. I don't want the filtered version, the headlines, or the rumors. I want the truth. What are you really hiding?" Proof leaned back in his chair, his expression unreadable. "Fif, it ain't hiding, it's living. Em and I, we've done things that nobody in this industry would ever understand. Stuff that could ruin careers, lives, if it got out." Eminem crossed his arms, nodding slowly. "Yeah, and it's all on the table now because you need to see why loyalty ain't just words. It's action, it's sacrifice. It's life or death." 50 Cent's eyes widened. "Life or death? Come on. This ain't a movie. What are you talking about?" Before either of them could respond, Proof pulled a small notebook from his jacket pocket. "This," he said, tapping it on the table, "is everything. Names, dates, situations. The nights we were covered, the times we had to step in and protect each other when the world was trying to take us out." 50 Cent grabbed it, flipping through the pages with increasing shock. He saw names he knew, incidents he'd only heard about in whispers, and stories that sounded like straight out of a thriller. "Yo, this is insane. How the hell did I not know this?" M laughed, but it was a sharp, bitter kind of laugh. "Because it's not about fame, Fif, it's about survival. And we never let anyone else in. Not even you, until now." The atmosphere shifted. Suddenly, there was a knock on the studio door. It was D12 members, who had heard rumors from fans and friends about 50 Cent being in town. "Yo, what's going on?" one asked, glancing between the three men. "We heard this is serious." Proof looked at M, then back at 50 Cent. "It is. And it affects everyone here. Loyalty like this, it changes the game. It changes trust." Fans online were already buzzing, clips of 50 Cent arriving, the tense faces of Eminem and Proof, and the whispered rumors of beyond rap loyalty had gone viral in minutes. Comments flooded in. "Is this real? 50 Cent about to explode. Proof and M are legends." The hype was out of control and nobody could look away. Then came the first bombshell. Proof leaned forward, his voice dropping to a near whisper. "Fif, there was this one night. M was in serious danger. Real danger. And I had to step in. Alone, no one else knew. If I hadn't been there, things wouldn't have ended well." 50 Cent's eyes went wide. "Alone? You're saying you risked everything?" Proof nodded slowly. "Everything. And M, he did the same for me another time. It's not just loyalty, it's life bonds. And now the whole world's gonna know." Em broke the silence. "Fif, you've seen how the game is. You've been through the battles. But what you're looking at here, it's deeper than beefs, tours, or albums. This is Brotherhood. And it's tested in ways that no fan, no media, nobody can even imagine." 50 Cent rubbed his face. He'd built his empire on understanding people, but this, this was on another level. Yeah, I gotta be honest. I thought I knew loyalty. I thought I knew trust. But this is something else. And just when 50 thought the story couldn't get any more intense, Proof dropped another twist. Fifth. You ever wonder why M disappeared for weeks, why certain shows got canceled, why no one saw him for a minute? 50 leaned in, intrigued. Yeah, I did wonder. Everyone did. What happened? Proof's eyes darkened. We were handling a threat. Someone from the streets. Someone who thought they could take him out. And I was the one who made sure he came out of it alive. You don't hear about this stuff in tabloids. It stays in the shadows. Loyalty like this, it ain't for the cameras, Eminem added, his voice almost trembling with emotion. Fifth, there were nights I thought I'd lose him. And there were nights Proof thought the same about me. It's why we stick together, always. Nothing else matters. Not money, not fame, not politics, just us. 50 Cent sat down heavily, trying to process it all. He'd faced betrayal, double crosses, and industry snakes. But this was beyond any level of loyalty he had ever encountered. His respect for both men grew tenfold, but the realization came with a heavy weight. If the truth ever leaked, careers could crumble, reputations could be shattered. Meanwhile, fans online were losing their minds. Twitter was trending. Beyond rap loyalty, and Proof Ride Orty, 50 Cent shook. Memes, reaction videos, and speculative posts flooded every platform. Everyone was trying to make sense of what they had just witnessed in those leaked studio photos and snippets of audio. But the drama wasn't over, because just as 50 Cent started to process, the studio door burst open again. This time, it was one of Eminem's family members. Proof? Fifth? I know everything now, the voice said, trembling. And this could destroy us if people find out. Proof's jaw tightened. It's too late. Some of it's already out there. The fans, the internet, they're already reacting. We just have to control the narrative or someone else will spin it. M looked at 50 Cent. Fifth, you've got to help. You know the game better than anyone. You've seen what betrayal can do. If anyone can manage this, it's you. 50 Cent exhaled slowly. All right. We do this smart, but I gotta warn you. Once this story gets out fully, it won't just be hip-hop talking. People are gonna have opinions. Fans are gonna freak. The family, the crew, everyone's gonna be on edge. And with that, the first layer of the truth was exposed. But the deeper, darker secrets, the emotional betrayals, and the high-stakes decisions were only beginning to surface. The tension had barely begun to settle when the next wave of drama hit like a lightning bolt. Just as 50 Cent, Eminem, and Proof thought they had controlled the situation, whispers from the outside world started creeping in. A rival crew in Detroit had caught wind of the loyalty rumors, and suddenly, the shadows that once protected them were filled with threats. Phones were blowing up, texts unreadable, and the walls that once seemed secure now felt thin. Fifth, this ain't just a story anymore, Proof said, his voice tight with urgency. People are testing the waters. Some of the so-called friends we trusted, they're showing their true colors. Eminem, always measured, clenched his jaw. Yeah, and some family members, they're getting involved. They don't understand what loyalty really means. They think it's about money, fame, exposure. They don't see the nights we risked everything for each other. 50 Cent rubbed his temple. Wait, family too? Proof nodded. Yeah. Even some of the people closest to us are questioning what we did. They don't see the sacrifices, the risks, the blood, the sleepless nights. They just see headlines and Instagram posts. And some of them, they're angry that we didn't involve them. It wasn't long before the confrontation came. Eminem's cousin, someone who had been like a brother, stormed into the studio. You two think you can just make decisions for yourselves? Risk everything and not let anyone know? Do you realize what could have happened? His face was flushed, emotions running high. We're family. We should have been included. M, surprisingly calm, responded. We did what had to be done. Not everything can wait for permission or approval. Some things are bigger than the family drama or ego. Proof's eyes narrowed. It wasn't about exclusion, it was about survival. If we had waited, someone could have ended up dead. Loyalty, real loyalty, isn't about votes or consensus. It's about being there when it counts. The cousin recoiled, but the tension didn't stop there. Outside, rumors spread like wildfire. Social media exploded with speculation. Eminem hiding secrets? Proof risking everything for M? 50 Cent involved in some secret loyalty showdown? Fans were divided. Some cheering for the ride or die bond, others questioning the wisdom of keeping secrets from even close family. Then came the bombshell that no one saw coming. One of Eminem's longtime collaborators, someone who had always been seen as a neutral party, released a cryptic post online. Some things in Detroit are deeper than rap. Watch closely. The post was accompanied by a blurry photo of 50 Cent, Eminem and Proof in the studio, but the caption suggested betrayal, hinting that even Fifth might not be fully aligned. 50 Cent was livid. "Yo, are you kidding me?" he shouted, slamming his phone on the table. Trying to spin this story? Fans already think we're crazy. Now they're trying to make it look like I'm the problem? Proof shook his head. "It's the game, Fifth. People love drama. They don't care about loyalty. They care about chaos. And if someone can twist it, they will." M sighed, rubbing his temples. "Fifth, we've got to stay calm. Control the narrative, stay true to the facts, but we also have to be prepared. There's more coming, I can feel it. And it's going to get messy." The tension was compounded when a late-night visitor arrived, a journalist with a history of stirring controversy. "I hear you boys are loyal beyond measure," he said, smirking. Fans are shocked. The world wants to know, what have you really done for each other? The risks, the threats, the sacrifices? Spill it all. Eminem's eyes flickered with anger. "You don't get it. This isn't entertainment. This isn't something to gossip about. This is life. Some things shouldn't be public." But the journalist was relentless, and social media users picked up the story immediately. Clips of the confrontation leaked, and the comments section was on fire. "This is insane. Em and Proof are ride or die. 50 Cent looks shook." The story had grown legs, and the stakes were escalating by the hour. And then came the twist no one expected. Proof that loyalty had a price. During a late-night studio session, Proof received a mysterious phone call. The voice on the other end was cold, threatening. "You think your little loyalty is untouchable? One wrong move, and it's over." Proof hung up, his face pale. "Fifth, this is real. Real danger. We've been careful, but someone knows. They know about the nights we stepped in, the risks we took, and now they're coming for us." 50 Cent's eyes narrowed. "We've seen threats before, but never like this. Someone's trying to rewrite history, trying to turn loyalty into leverage. We've got to move smart." Eminem's voice dropped. "Fifth, you think you know loyalty? You haven't seen it tested like this. When people threaten your life, your name, your legacy, that's when you see who's real. And right now, only Proof and I know the full picture." Fans, meanwhile, continued to speculate wildly. Memes, reaction videos, and deep dive threads on Reddit dissected every known interaction between Eminem, Proof, and 50 Cent. Some accused 50 of being in on a betrayal plot, despite his shock. Others hailed him as the one person who could help manage the fallout. Comments flooded in, "This is the most shocking rap story ever. Proof is a legend. Em and Fifth gotta handle this before it blows up." But the drama didn't stop there. During a tense family meeting the next day, hidden truths emerged. A longtime friend accused Proof of making unilateral decisions, risking more than just himself. "You didn't tell anyone! Not even me," he yelled. "You think loyalty means secrecy? It's betrayal too." Proof's face hardened. "You don't get it. Survival isn't about consensus. You either act or someone dies. Loyalty isn't just words, it's action. And I've acted when it counted." Eminem added, his voice trembling slightly. "We risked everything, every night. And the only reason we're still here, still alive, is because we had each other's backs. That's loyalty beyond rap, beyond money, beyond fame." 50 Cent, watching the escalating chaos, finally spoke, voice calm but filled with intensity. "Listen, loyalty is one thing, but secrecy can destroy even the strongest bond if it leaks. We've got to handle this carefully. The family, the crew, the fans, they all need to understand what's real and what's not." As the day turned to night, the tension reached a boiling point. Fans, family, and friends waited anxiously for updates. The loyalty story had grown into a full-blown saga, filled with betrayals, family drama, and shocking revelations. And everyone, 50 Cent included, knew that the next move would either cement their legend or tear it apart forever. The night was heavy with anticipation. Detroit's streets seemed quieter than usual, but the air inside the studio was electric, charged with tension, secrets, and unspoken fears. 50 Cent, Eminem, and Proof sat together, the weight of the past days pressing on them like a storm cloud. The threats, the betrayals, the family drama, it all came to a head tonight. This is it, Proof said, his voice low and serious. Tonight, we decide how this story ends. This is it, Proof said, his voice low and serious. Tonight, we decide how this story ends. Are we exposed? Or do we control the narrative? 50 Cent leaned back, eyes scanning the room. We've been through battles before. In the streets, in the industry, but nothing like this. This isn't just music. It's personal, and everyone's watching. Fans, family, the internet, they're all waiting for us to slip up. Eminem nodded, calm but focused. We stick together, always. That's what this is about. Loyalty beyond rap. It ain't just words. It's survival, trust, and blood. The first move came from an unexpected source. A rival producer known for stirring chaos barged into the studio smirking, "So, you think you're untouchable?" he said, eyes darting between them. "Everyone's talking about your so-called loyalty. Fans are shocked, families divided. And I'm here to see how fragile this really is." 50 Cent didn't flinch. "You want to test us? Go ahead, but know this. Loyalty like ours isn't for games. It ain't for headlines. And it sure as hell ain't for you." Proof stood, shoulders squared, eyes cold. "You don't understand what we've been through. You don't know the nights we risked everything for each other. You don't get loyalty, you never will." The producer laughed, leaning back. "Oh, I get it. I get that you're scared someone might actually be more loyal than you imagined. I get that the streets, the game, the fans, they all watch now. And if you crack, everyone sees it." Eminem's jaw tightened. "We're not cracking. Not now, not ever. You want a lesson in loyalty? Watch closely." In a shocking twist, Eminem pulled out a folder, detailing past incidents where both he and Proof had saved each other from dangerous situations. Situations that could have ended careers or even lives. Names, dates, locations, it was all there. The producer's smirk faltered as he realized this wasn't just talk. This was proof, literal proof. 50 Cent leaned forward, a grin spreading across his face. "See, loyalty isn't for clout. It's for survival. And you just got schooled." But the night wasn't over. Outside the studio, fans and media had caught wind of the tension. Social media exploded with live reactions. 50 Cent, Eminem and Proof showdown. This is bigger than rap. Fans are losing it. The world was watching, and every move was dissected in real time. Then came the family intervention. One of Eminem's cousins and a longtime friend entered cautiously, hands raised. I see now," the cousin said, voice trembling. "I didn't understand. I thought loyalty meant keeping everyone in the loop, but I see what you did. You risked everything to protect each other. I was wrong." Proof exhaled, tension easing slightly. "It's not about keeping secrets for power. It's about keeping each other alive. That's what loyalty means when the stakes are this high," Eminem added, emotion breaking through his usually calm demeanor. "We've been tested in ways no one outside this circle could ever understand. And now everyone sees it. The family, the fans, the world." 50 Cent shook his head, a rare smile on his face. "Yo, this is some legendary shit. Fans are gonna lose it. This isn't just loyalty, it's history in the making. Beyond rap, beyond fame, real loyalty." And then the final twist. The mysterious phone calls, the threats, the rival crew, they all reached out simultaneously, sensing weakness. But instead of panicking, Eminem and Proof stayed composed. Using strategy, intelligence, and sheer presence, they neutralized the threats, quietly, efficiently, leaving no loose ends. 50 Cent watched in awe, realizing that loyalty beyond rap wasn't just about standing by someone. It was about foresight, courage, and unwavering trust. By morning, the storm had passed. Fans flooded social media with praise and disbelief. Em and Proof are legends. 50 Cent is shook, but he handled it. This is the realest loyalty story ever told. Even skeptics had to admit. The bond between these men was unbreakable, tested under fire, and victorious. Eminem looked at Proof, nodding slowly. "We made it. Again." Proof smiled faintly, exhaustion and relief mixing on his face. "Yeah, together, always." 50 Cent standing between them felt a deep respect. "Man, loyalty like this? Ain't nothing like it. You boys just taught the world a lesson in what real ride or die looks like." The story of that night, filled with secrets, threats, family drama, and shocking twists, became a legend in the rap world. Fans dissected every detail. Commentators debated every move, and social media exploded with discussions for weeks. Loyalty beyond rap had never been more tangible, more dramatic, or more unforgettable. As the trio stepped outside the studio, the morning sun hitting Detroit's streets, there was a sense of calm. They had faced threats, confrontations, and disbelief, but they had survived together. The bond was stronger than ever, and the world had witnessed the unshakable truth. Loyalty, when tested beyond fame, money, and reputation, was a force that could withstand anything. 50 Cent turned to the camera, a glint of admiration in his eyes. Yo, if you're watching this, you gotta understand. Loyalty isn't just a word. It's action. It's sacrifice. And it's everything. Remember that. Eminem and Proof nodded, the moment heavy with meaning, their legacy cemented in the eyes of fans worldwide. Next time you think loyalty is just about the music, remember this story. Beyond rap, beyond fame, beyond fear, loyalty is real. So now tell me, what do you think? Could anyone else survive this level of loyalty? Drop your comments below, smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more behind-the-scenes rap drama, because trust me, the story isn't over, and that's the story, fans. The drama, the threats, the secrets, and the ultimate test of loyalty between Eminem, Proof, and 50 Cent. Beyond the fame, beyond the music, beyond the spotlight, it's clear now that loyalty isn't just about words. It's about action, sacrifice, and being willing to risk everything for the people who matter most. This isn't just a story about rap. It's a lesson about trust, brotherhood, and surviving in a world where betrayal can come from anywhere. Now, we want to hear from you. Could anyone else in the game survive a loyalty test like this? Were 50 Cent's reactions real, or was he secretly part of the bigger picture? And do you think Eminem and Proof's bond will ever be matched again? The fans are split, the family drama is intense, and the internet is still buzzing with reactions. Your opinion matters, and we want you to weigh in. So here's what you need to do next. Smash that like button if you're shocked by this story. Hit subscribe so you don't miss the next explosive behind-the-scenes rap drama. And comment below with your thoughts. Who do you think showed the most loyalty? And what would you have done in their shoes? We read every single comment, and some of the craziest fan theories could even make it into our next video. And don't forget to share this video with your friends, because everyone needs to see just how far loyalty can go when it's beyond rap. This story proves that in hip-hop, loyalty isn't just a word. It's life, it's blood, and sometimes it's the difference between survival and disaster. Stay tuned, because the world of rap drama never sleeps, and neither do the secrets behind the music.